Every time one excuse resolves itself, a new one pops up. We are using totally valid external circumstances to justify staying exhausted. They are feeding into what I call the acceptance trap. When it's normalized around us, we just accept that feeling depleted and not at home in our bodies and exhausted and disconnected and overwhelmed is just how. And you weren't meant to just survive your days. You were actually meant to thrive in them. Hey mama, welcome back to the Thrive Mama podcast. I'm Martina, certified nutrition consultant and holistic health coach and a mama of two. And I'm so glad you're here. I am here to help busy moms unlock their energy, balance their hormones, and break out of burnout using nutrition as a foundation. So on this podcast, we will dive into actionable strategies on nutrition, nervous system healing, and aligning with your cycles with a healthy dose of relatable motherhood thrown in, all designed to help you move past surviving to actually thrive in motherhood. Let's do this. It's so nice to connect with you on a Monday. This is different. This is a bonus episode for us this week because I really wanted to come in and talk to you about something that's been really loud with my clients lately, which I call our energy excuses. You all know the excuses. We've all said them. We are explaining, dismissing, justifying why we're so freaking tired, depleted, overwhelmed in motherhood, right? We're all saying it. I just need more sleep. They're not sleeping through the night. I don't have enough time. I just need to be more disciplined about my food. I just need to get through this season and then things will get better. My partner's not supporting me. Like we've said them all. And here's the truth of it. Those excuses are not wrong. We're not dismissing your lived experience. Those are valid and true. And they are feeding into what I call the acceptance trap. I was actually hit like in the face with the acceptance trap just a couple of weeks ago. I was getting my hair cut and my sweet hairdresser was sharing about her husband's new like big health kick that he's on. And she responded by saying, you know, he's trying to get me to do it with him, but I just don't need it. I feel fine. I feel fine with where my body's at. I just feel exhausted all the time. That's really the only thing I'm dealing with. And she said, let's be real. That's just motherhood. I have 3 kids. Of course, I'm exhausted. So there's no reason for me to do this health kick with my husband. This is the acceptance trap. We are using totally valid external circumstances to justify staying exhausted. And listen, I lived in these excuses for years. We did not have steady sleep for like 18 months with my oldest, right? And I thought if we could just fix the sleep, I could feel actually alive in my life. You know, I thought if I could just get a less stressful job, I would magically transform my health. I thought if we could just get through Christmas, then I could get back to it. Like we all feel into these cycles and I lived in them for years. But every time one excuse resolves itself, a new one pops up. You all know what I'm talking about. We get through the end of summer. The kids are finally back in school. I can start taking care of myself again. I can get to that workout class. I can meal prep more. And then there's another reason. There's another excuse because the excuses aren't the real problem. They are valid circumstances, making it harder for sure. They are making it harder. There's a lot of privilege at play here that I don't want to downplay. Okay. Your external circumstances standing in the way are valid and real. And that doesn't mean we have to accept them. That doesn't mean we have to use them as a reason to stay burned out and exhausted and not taking care of our needs. So this has been really heavy on my mind because later this week, I am opening up my signature private podcast series called Energy Unlocked. This is a crowd favorite that we ran earlier this summer, and it is 5 short, powerful episodes that are designed to bring you on a journey to actually break free of survival mode and step into steady, sustainable, vibrant energy to help you actually feel like yourself again in motherhood. This is a free podcast series, and it's really designed to help you think completely differently about health, nutrition, your body, your needs, and your energy so that we can thrive through the excuses instead of settling for the acceptance trap. And the acceptance trap is sneaky because everyone around us seems to be living it, right? Our nervous system calibrates to what is normal, to what it sees around it as possible. So if we surround ourselves with moms who are settling in their excuses, who are exhausted, who are accepting survival mode, who are putting their needs last, who are putting off their thriving, we are going to see that as inevitable. We're going to see that as the only way. Our nervous system is going to recalibrate to, I guess this is just how it is. Those were the exact words my hairdresser said to me. I guess this is just how it is in motherhood, right? We're all tired. We're all exhausted. And what I said back to her with so much love was, it doesn't have to be. I'm living proof that it doesn't have to be. And so are my clients as they move through my programs. It doesn't have to be. But when it's normalized around us, we just accept that feeling depleted and not at home in our bodies and exhausted and disconnected and overwhelmed is just how it is. So this private limited edition podcast, which will be up for about 2 weeks, is a totally free audio journey. And we move through some of these common energy blocks from a place of deep compassion and understanding, and also recalibrating ourselves to a level of thriving I know we're all craving. And we use nutrition as the foundation for all of it. How we fuel our body changes everything about our energy. And this podcast is going to really ground us into that. So episode 1 of the podcast is thriving when you have no energy. When you have no energy to start. I hear this all the time. I see all the health tips out here in the world. I hear your podcast. I hear your suggestions. I'm too fucking tired to do any of it. Like those things give me more energy, but I'm too tired to even do the things that give me more energy. Episode 1 breaks it down, where to start when you are too tired to do the things, to even start thriving. Episode 2 explores thriving when you have no time. This is a big one too. I know what I want to do to take care of my health and energy and myself, my needs. I just don't have time for it. There's no time in my life. Episode 2 really breaks it down and gives us strategies of where to start when we have no time and how to actually thrive as an incredibly busy mom who needs to fit it all in. Episode 3 takes apart the myth that we need our external life to be calmer before we thrive. Episode 3 is thriving in the chaos, right? This is where we are blaming our external environment, our job, our partner, our kids' activities, our schedule for why we can't thrive. And the reality is, it's not about changing all that stuff. It's about actually understanding how our nutrition and stress and energy all work together. So episode 3 really dives deeper into the stress and nutrition connection and helps us build capacity from the inside so we can thrive in any season. The week before Christmas, thriving. Middle of summer break, thriving. On a family vacation, thriving. It doesn't matter. We can thrive from the inside out because we built the internal capacity, and that is episode 3. Episode 4 explores how we thrive in sync with our rhythms, with our cycles, because when we try to act the same way every day, we hold ourselves to this level of expectation, consistency, willpower, discipline. We get even more burned out. Our health habits fall apart, and then we blame ourselves, right? It becomes part of our identity. We're like, I can't keep up with anything. I can't follow through on anything. I have no willpower. Episode 4 throws that out the window and carries us back home to our cycles, how to actually work with all of the cycles of life. Our menstrual cycle is the anchor, but even cycles like seasons and energy flows and the moon as an anchor for our energy, and actually working with cycle syncing to unlock more thriving. And then episode 5 pulls it all together, activating our energy and vitality to actually feel like ourselves, to feel fully alive in motherhood. So episode 5 pulls it all together into a sustainable vision. I teach you my 3 pillars of energy that my clients learn inside my programs. And you get to hear a few mama stories of those who have walked through this path, who now feel even more alive and grounded and energized on the other side, so that you can learn from their experiences and really pull these tools into your own vision and your own path forward. So babe, Energy Unlocked is one of my favorite gifts to my community that I have ever given. I received such beautiful feedback the last time I shared this podcast series that I really wanted to bring it back for you as we shift deeper into the fall months, deeper into the holiday season, as a way to really reframe and reground into your needs, your energy, your health that actually gets what you're moving through, that understands the demands of motherhood and fits it inside of your real life needs. This series is in honor of my Thrive Mama coaching program, which is opening really soon. And anytime I go through a doors open invitation to my programs, I really like to do a free experience as a gift to you, as a gift to all the mamas out there following along, so that they can also benefit from the tools in a way that's really accessible and bite-sized and transformative as we move into the next cohort of Thrive Mama. So this is your next step. You need to go into the show notes, sign up for Energy Unlocked, which is the free podcast series that's available for a limited time. It also comes with a free Telegram community. So you're going to be getting regular coaching updates, bonus resources, accountability, community inside the Telegram group for the entire time that the podcast is live as we walk through these episodes together. So let's break out of the energy excuses. Yeah. Let's break out of the acceptance trap together, because I know that if you're listening to this podcast, you have the yearning to do more than survive. You have the yearning to be fully alive, fully yourself in your life. And right now you're feeling trapped by your energy, trapped by your time, trapped by your support, trapped by your circumstances. And you weren't meant to just survive your days. You were actually meant to thrive in them. And it's possible. And Energy Unlocked is the first step to actually making it happen. So get your free access link below in the show notes. I will see you inside of Energy Unlocked. And until we meet again, take beautiful care of yourself.